B, it's time to get to the man of the hour. Or should I say we should have hurried up tomorrow to get to him? No?
Oh
Okay,
my God.
let's go ahead and talk about The Weeknd's sixth studio album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. This came out the same day as the Mike album we just reviewed. And this is supposed to be Weeknd's last album as The Weeknd under that moniker. And B, I want to hear your thoughts. Now, last year I talked about The Weeknd because last year was my first time going through After Hours and Dawn FM, especially with it setting up this new trilogy that Weeknd started, with After Hours.
Hmm.
I definitely want to hear your thoughts. But first, did you listen to After Hours and Dawn FM before you listen to this?
Not right before, but I've been listening to them.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, not right after. Nah, I've been listening to them like when they came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How did you feel about those projects?
they were cool. They not my weekend that I want,
Mhm.
but I understand what he was
But
trying to go for.
how do you feel about this album, B, going into this?
So I have a lengthy history with Weekend.
Both
He
of us do.
him yeah, he actually like got me into like the whole alternative R&B vibes. Him and Frank Ocean in 2011, like they changed my scope on R&B music. I think them two changed the atmospheric instrument like I don't know, they especially Weekend, he just changed it, right? So when I go into this album, my first listen experience was like no other, bro. It felt like discussing movies. It felt like I was listening to a movie
Mhm.
because he starts you off like, real like mellow, and then he hits you with that, boom. Oh, you hear like the the Quincy, you feel like, him then with the Michael Jackson, because he gets his Michael Jackson imitation on. Like the first three tracks, like I'm like, all right, I'm rocking with this. But I'm like, I can't take 24 tracks of this. I need Weekend to give me some of that old Weekend. So we go into like what's called Sao Paulo or whatever it's called, Sao Paulo.
I don't know. I don't know. So
That
Paula,
Spanish
I
stuff,
don't know.
I
That's
don't
the one
know.
song I did not like on this
That's that
album.
song. I was like, I might have to delete that one. But then until we're skin and bone, I was like, all right, it's all right. Then Baptized in Fear, it's cool. It was cool. It was
That wasn't
cool.
all weekend for you, B? That felt
Nah,
like a weekend for me.
nah,
Felt like it
not
had the
yet.
all weekend vibe.
The Open Heart, cool. Opening night. I think it was more like when it like more of a
Was that the one with the skit with the phone call in it?
nah
At the end, he
B.
was saying, I'm fixing. Which one was that one? You sure that
That's
wasn't
what I
that
think.
one?
That's the reflection and laughing B.
No, that was no, it was like a minute track. So it has to be opening night. When he was on the phone call with the girl, he was saying that he was fixing
That
something.
one that wasn't in the beginning of
It was
reflection
a
and laughing.
skit. It was a
Oh
skit. It
yeah,
was a
okay.
song
So
track.
opening night is when everything changes for me,
Yeah,
B.
because remember he was talking to the girl and he was
That's
nervous
when he
about
goes back to the old Weekend.
it.
Okay. So
when he
B
was doing
from
when he was doing those
B
hard drugs, B.
B from 9 to 15, best album in the world to me. Like that
Mm,
9 to 15 run, B,
mm,
unfreaking stoppable,
So you
amazing.
saying all my trap guys, all my guys from Atlanta, aka Travis
B
too, they was carrying weekend, B.
No, Weekend was doing his thing. But them on there added some elements. Like even I like Travis at the end of that because it
All
gave you like
same.
it was
Hmm.
a suspense. Like what is this building up to, bro? Enjoy the show. Him and Future on that joint, the production on that, bro, amazing. But B giving up on me, B. The moments, three moments in there. The first joint was
Hmm.
so like old Weekend. Then he when he drops the beat and goes down, and you have Future. Future was in it with him, and then he got real
Oh, on Enjoy
melodic.
the Show.
No, 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 on giving up on me. Future was at the end of giving up on me. Like not the end, but like when he started switching off
Oh,
the beat. Cause Future was saying what he was like doing ad libs technically, kind of, yeah.
mhm.
But like, bro, then I can't wait to get there. It's like crazy that production, bro. I was like, this is crazy. And then Timeless, come on, we knew about the single. I heard it when it came out. I was like, I
I
don't
didn't
like
hear it.
this.
I only heard the hook, so I
I
never
didn't
like listened to the
I didn't
actual full
like it
song.
as a single. And the album B, moi. Timeless. Timeless. Hey, timeless. Yeah. Hey, bro. It is. I was legit. Oh yeah. Like, bro, they was killing that, bro. Timeless was dope in the song. And then Niagara Falls B.
Oh yeah, heat, heat,
What Kanye at?
heat,
I swear I felt
heat.
Kanye. I was like, is Kanye chopping this? I was like, bro, this is crazy. And then Take Me Back to LA, B, best song ever. I love
Mhm.
that song.
Uh-huh.
B, that song is amazing. I'm
Uh-huh.
telling you, from 9 to 15, not saying I don't like nothing after that, but that was the best. That's all I need.
Run. That was the run that you loved.
That run was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
B, I'm
Mm-hmm.
driving. Take Me Back to LA old. I'm like, dude, bro, the production on that so lush and it just makes you feel so it's vibrant and it makes you feel like it's amazing. I'm like, who what did they do with this production on here? Like him and Mike Dean, like they went crazy. Like I was telling my girl, like, bro, that 9 to 15 B, I'm like, I'm lost in that. It's just amazing. But then like Big Sleep, I didn't really care for it like that because it was more like it was kind of like more instrumental. You know, he was kind of doing his like I don't know. It wasn't much going for me. Give Me
Mm-hmm.
Mercy. I didn't like Give Me Mercy. You
Mm.
like that?
I liked it, but it wasn't like I don't think one of my standouts.
Yeah. I like Drive. The
Yeah, I like
Abyss
that
was
one
okay.
too. I
Yeah, the
like the
Abyss was
Abyss. I definitely
the
like
Abyss
the
was
atmosphere in
cool.
the Abyss. I
Yeah.
didn't know
Red.
who was singing on that.
One that
I had to
one
wait
that
for the credits. It's
Lena
Lana
Del
Del
Rey.
Rey. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Lana Del
credits
Rey.
came up on Sunday,
Yeah,
so I was like, who was the
I ain't got
feature
no
on this?
credits, bro. I just like I think that's Lana.
Yeah,
I ain't got
Lana
no
Del Rey.
credits. But what else was cool? Red Chair was all right. Then
Mhm.
Water Warning. Because I think that's more. Is that the like more of an instrumental, like
I think that's
going
towards the
into the
end.
track? Oh no, no, that was an actually full track. And then Hurry Up and Tomorrow. It was cool. It ended cool. But bro,
Did you like how I know people online was saying like how like Hurry Up Tomorrow, literally if you listen to the end of the instrumental, it
it goes
leaves
to
into
High
a
for
high,
This.
yeah, high for this on
Yeah.
the intro of House of Balloons. Yeah, and I went to listen to it afterwards. I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, they right. They cooking on that. I'm like, if
Never
Weekend,
be
we can cook.
high.
And you know, I had to
B.
listen to that song. I had to listen to a few songs off of House of Balloons because of that. I was like, oh, look,
Yeah.
we cooking out here.
But it's some elements of old Weekend in here. This is really good album. This is a really good album.
Think
I
it's a
at
good
my
send off
first
for Weekend?
listen, you say what?
Do you think this is a good send off album for Weekend?
I think it's a good send off album. I just wish it was shorter. I know he want to make a
Mhm.
more cinematic feel because that's what you get
Mhm.
cinematics, songs colliding into instant like it's just a big flow, like put you on a roller coaster. He's technically kind of telling the story as well. Taking me back to LA with snow on my face. You know what that boy was talking about.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
did we say before? Weekend is like it's like Mexican food. He just
Yeah.
remixes. He's talking about the same stuff. He just
Yeah.
remixes and jazzes it up and makes it look prettier.
But I would say my first listening experience with this project was probably one of the easiest listens because usually when you listen to sometimes you be like, did I like that? But I knew I liked this. But from the second listen, I start to pick because at first you're just off the hype of the ride. But the second, I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, I don't really care for this. I don't really
Hmm.
care for this right here. But my third listen was like, okay, I know what I like, and it's sounding better the more I listen to it. And that was that run from 9 to 15. Like, yes, it's stuff in the beginning that I like too. Like 1, 2, 3, I love those tracks. 6 or 7, cool. And then open the night, it's like once the girl called him, hey, I heard you in Dallas. Don't go back to the OU.
Hmm.
And he's just don't drown in that. Don't let the industry take you.
Don't
I'm
let
like,
that get that mud. Got that mud in my
hey,
throat.
I'm like Weekend, snort a line off some glass tables. This the only time I condone drug use is when the Weekend is doing drugs because this is at his peak, bro, like this, bro, from 9 to 15 be that run. I don't know how you feel about that run, but
Hmm.
that run is amazing. Maybe it's just me,
No,
but I
no,
don't
because
know.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
that run is crazy.
For me, my run is a bit longer. I'm not gonna lie. But
Where
you
you
know,
at?
for me, when we get to the intro, I'm like, okay, who's the other person that's on the song too? It says featuring Justice. Wake Me Up. I'm like, all right, I like the intro.
Mm-hmm.
And on this album, I noticed Weekend has a lot of multiple songs all in one
Mm-hmm.
song type
On one
thing.
song, yeah.
And so that's what made the listening experience a bit more crazy, especially if you're not looking at the track list like steadily, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, like let me see what song this is. And it'd be like the second or third beat. And I'd be like, wait. I'm like, but it says I'm already 4 minutes into this. I'm like, what song is this? I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
know I've not been listening to this beat for this long. And so, first of all, him having all these multiple different songs in one song, I'm just like, Jesus, Weekend, you trying to give me a lot? Pause. You trying to give me a lot in this album right here, especially with it coming out to an hour and 24. B, there are movies that are that long.
Yeah, this a movie,
Crazy
B.
length for a movie. Yeah, and I
Look
believe
at the
he's
cover art. That's a film.
yeah, I mean that's a hardcover art. I'm not gonna lie. And I said it this weekend. I said Weekend makes perfect like '80s like horror movie music. Like
Hmm.
to me, this is what's perfect for this. But for me in this album, Weekend mixes a lot of the elements that he's been toying and playing with
Hmm.
from the beginning of this trilogy with After Hours, but also he mixes in some older Weekend elements like from
Hmm.
was it The Hills Have Eyes?
Ah,
What's
yeah.
that album called? The Beauty and the Madness. That's what
Beautiful man. Yeah, beautiful
yeah,
man.
Beauty and the Madness, some stuff from the actual trilogy mixtapes. He
Hmm.
mixes some of them elements in there as well, which I did enjoy because I was like, what am I gonna get with this Weekend album? He's mostly been going this whole pop route these last few albums. What are we gonna get with
Hmm.
this one? And while he does give me the pop stuff, he doesn't go as pop as he does as Don FM, but also
Yeah.
he has like longer ballad like songs, but more cinematic feeling songs that he did in After Hours as well.
Hmm.
After Hours to me is a bit more concentrated and a bit more dense, so I like that one a bit more than this. But there's still a lot of stuff that I liked in here. I think I like some of the skits where it's like, "Oh, I can't effing sing, I can't effing sing," and then, he's
Hmm.
screaming. But then it went to say Sao Paul, and I'm like,
Hmm.
down, 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 down. I'm just like, this had to be just thrown in here just for
I do
sample sake.
not like that
I'm like,
song.
because to me, for me personally, this did not fit the album. It threw me all the way off.
Hmm.
Like, if you would have took that song off, I would have been cool. I don't need that song. Then we get to the next intro. I mean, the next interlude until we're skin and bones. I like that. I like the baptizing fear. It reminded me of this what you want. It's what you need.
What
It's
you
what
want,
you need. It's what
yeah.
you need. This reminded me of that from House of
Hey.
Balloons. I'm like, hold on, we getting old. We getting on here. What's going on? Then we get open hearts, which I was like, all right, I like this. Then we get see for my run, it starts at 6 because I was like, oh f me. I'm like, I'm loving
Yeah.
everything up until 15. From 6 to 15, that's all me right there.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if you take out the Sao
I'm
Paulo and
not.
the two skits right there, from one, like I said, take out Sao Paulo up to 15. Oh, that's me. That's
Yeah.
all me. That's all
I
I
like
need.
those. I like some of those too. I just
But you saying the
if you
run
would
though.
have.
I understand though,
Oh,
the
that
run.
that that
That run.
yeah,
I
that
know
run
what you
is
mean though.
insane.
That's why I was talking about that run. I'm talking about
Yeah.
that run. But yeah, for me, opening night, I love that he was on the phone and you hear the little
Hmm.
phone receiver in the
Just
background and he's like,
he drinking.
hey, he's choking on that mud. He said he needs some fixing. You know what I'm saying? He said some
Hey.
fixing.
I was like, oh, like he finna get in his bag.
Uh-huh. Hey, he's a little nervous to go, perform on stage. He need a little liquid courage, you know what I'm saying?
Hey
A
man, need
little
a little
baby
nose
powdery
candy,
courage.
little
Hey,
nose candy.
a little booger sugar. But yeah, having that song, then Reflections laughing. I love the way that Travis came on at the
Hmm.
outro at that. I'm like, ooh.
Ooh,
And
that
you
was
know, when you
dope.
first listen to it, no features. Do you just
Hmm.
randomly hear it? You was like, oh, my boy
Oh
is
yeah.
on here. He obviously broke the curse because this is the first time Travis is on a Weekend album right here, and then
Hmm.
we get enjoy the show. I didn't expect my boy Future to come through. That was Future Hendrix right there.
That's what I'm saying. That was Hendrix.
Yeah, that was Future Hendrix by the way. I was
He
like,
didn't
okay,
say gang.
yeah. I did not need Ice Ice Gang. I did not need any of that. I need you to croon on
Hmm.
this goddamn thing.
I
Giving up on
can't
me.
feel my face anymore. I was like, hey, yo,
B,
featuring his
I'm there.
bag.
I'm there, B. That hey, I'm there. But then
Hmm.
we got that giving up on me. I can't wait to get there. That
That
timeless.
song,
And like I said, I've only heard the
bro.
hook through the radio because
Yeah.
I'm doing the radio thing for the show. But hey, Playboy Cardi, I'm in
I was
legit.
legit. Oh yeah.
And I'm like, when was the last time I heard Weekend and Playboy Cardi? And it was that song that was off of that soundtrack of that show that he had on HBO Max. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, that's the first time that they collaborated. But god dang it, B, I was getting hyped to
Hey,
that song every time that came on.
facts.
Hey, Niagara Falls came on. I was like,
B.
oh,
Oh.
when I first heard that, I was like, oh, what are
Hey,
we
and then
doing?
the end of announcement, like the last like 50 seconds,
Hmm.
merging into freaking Take Me Back to LA. Do 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 do. B.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
the
No,
build up
Weekend
for
was
that
on there.
song is amazing.
I think a lot of the transitions that he has in this album were just really done well. I'm like,
I
F,
was
the transitions from inside the actual tracks to the next tracks. I was like, yo, I didn't
hmm.
even know I was going to the next track on some songs. I'm thinking he was continuing from the last song. And I
Hmm.
saw that was another song. Like, to me, I think Baptized in Fear and Open Hearts does that for me. But yeah, when it got to Big Sleep, I'm like, all right, cool. Give me Mercy.
Yeah.
Cool with that. Drive, cool. The Abyss, I felt something. Something came out of me, B. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm. Oh
13,
damn.
cool. Which one was the one? Which one was the one with where he was talking about like, his daughter, I think, or like he was looking for his mother, something like that, that he wanted to make his mom proud or whatever.
I
That
don't
was like either
remember.
Red Terror or
I'm
Without
telling the
Warning.
end, bro. Just
It started getting a bit muddied because I started
he
feeling
should
like the
have cut it.
runtime.
I think he should have just kept like. two songs like "Hurry Up Tomorrow" and maybe "Red Terror." After that, it would have
I
been
think it definitely. Oh yeah, I think it definitely ran its course. Like I said, this is an hour and 24 minutes. It definitely ran its
yeah,
course after a while, especially with all the transitions. And I want to say this as a good way. Some of the transitions and multiple songs being in one track made the album feel longer because it made it feel like
yeah.
a better experience. But I will say because there are more tracks on here, it definitely made the album feel a bit longer, a bit more stretched out. And sometimes the songs were there just for like atmospheric purposes, really. And I'm just
Yeah, that's why
like to be mood setters. And I'm like, okay, this is cool, but did I need this
that's
though?
why I'm about to edit the joint. I'm about to edit this joint. I'm
Hey,
about to edit it to the
hey,
Tevin edition.
I'm about to say make the perfect edition when you go tomorrow.
The moody edition. You know what I'm saying? I'm changing it.
Yeah, you need to be. You need to. You got to
It's
set
just
the
gonna be
mood for
called Tomorrow.
that. No, just hurry up. Like hurry up and get through the
Oh,
track.
just hurry up. Just hurry up. Let's cut some of this down.
Yeah, the fact of the last track, Weeknd's doing his thing,
Mm,
and it transitions into high for this off of House of Balloons. The fact that this man has three trilogies, that means nine projects fully. Even though the middle trilogy is a bit weird, but I get why. But the fact that he has this last trilogy, he wanted to end it off on this and basically make a full-on circle throughout all of his catalog. I'm
album,
like, it's
yeah.
insane to me that he did that. I'm like, yo,
Mm,
hey, B, I saw some Michael Jackson comparisons this weekend. I'm like, hold up, slow your roll now. We gotta let this album sit for a while. Y'all saying this on the
mm.
day that it came out. Y'all gotta let this sit for a while.
That's why I was troll tweeting like, I haven't finished the album and it's a classic. Yeah,
Yeah, I know
like
you said that. I'm like, oh, he gotta be trolling.
yeah, I was super trolling. I was just how people be like, I'm telling you, Fridays come be and they listen to a new album and act like they never heard music
B,
before.
it'd be 11:01 our time. Oh, this is an instant classic. It literally just came out a minute ago. How did you even
Bro,
load it up that fast?
they be acting like they never heard music, B. They be like,
Hmm.
oh my God, my ears. What is this? This orgasmic feeling.
But for me, I enjoyed this album. I'm very
Oh
hesitant to
yeah.
call it classic because I think his other body of works, especially a lot of his other body of works, are a bit more denser than this one. And I feel
Mm.
like because they're a bit more concise and they don't have as much. I don't want to say this album has bloat, but it has bloat.
It has blow.
Because there's not as much bloat on his other albums. I think that those are other stronger bodies of work. But this is still a good album itself. Like I really
B, he
enjoyed
could have
this.
stopped this at Take Me Back to LA and I would have crowned this a classic.
Give me one or two. Give me one or two tracks after that to close
Nah,
the
I don't
album.
even give me that fit. Give me 14 tracks. Take away that Sahu Polo, whatever that joint is, Pablo. Take away that. Perfect album. Not perfect, but
Perfect.
amazing album. It's dope. It's crazy.
Hmm.
I don't need nothing else.
Yeah, there was
Take Me
definitely
Back to
some
LA
bloat
is
on it.
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
No, that
I'm keep
song,
bouncing. I'm keep bouncing out which song I love more. Take Me Back to LA, Niagara
Niagara
Falls,
Falls.
Giving Up on Me,
Hmm.
Enjoy the
That little run,
Show.
that
I
run in the
can't
middle
wait
of the
to get
album is
there.
crazy.
That freaking sample on I can't whatever not sample, but the little voice of I can't wait to get there. Like
Mm.
was starting in the background. B him Mike Dean, Metro was on this stuff too. They was wilding on this track on this album, bro.
I mean,
They
you
was
have to be. This
wilding.
is his send off album as the weekend. You
B
have to.
B. They was doing some even on some of the songs I don't care about, like when it comes to like the atmospheric stuff.
Hmm.
That mood setting
Hmm. It was there.
was dope. It was dope.
This felt how we was talking a bit about the Mike album earlier. This kind of felt like it
Hmm.
was scoring itself at
Yeah,
certain
yeah, yeah.
points.
That's what I'm saying.
It
That's what
was
I'm
like,
saying. It's a
oh
movie,
man, oh man. I
bro.
don't
That
know, man.
that build up to that build up to like, oh, bro. I just the build up to Take Me Back to LA is just
Hmm.
that beat. Do, 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 do. It just feels like I'm in the 80s, bro. Like that
Uh-huh.
since they use everything like so well, man.
Yeah, they didn't. To me, they didn't overdo any of the sounds that they did from the
Yeah.
previous albums themselves. Like they kind of made it a mixture, but they kind of loosely did it and used it like as like they use it as more of a concept to build around rather than just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
relying
was
on
more.
this
It
certain
felt more.
sound.
I guess the word is cohesive in a way. You
Yeah.
know, like
Hmm.
flow.
Yeah. But I enjoyed this album, man. Like I didn't think, hey, Weekend, he didn't disappoint. I'll say that. He came out
He
with a
didn't.
really strong body of work, especially with this being his last album as The Weekend. I really enjoyed this, man.
You think he's just gonna go by Abel now? Or what?
He probably I think he wants to be a creative now because look, he had that show on HBO, which everybody said his acting was horrible in that. He might get to maybe doing that, maybe getting to do some horror stuff. I don't know. I think Weekend really has some potential to really
He been
make like some
producing too.
scoring.
He been
Like,
producing as well.
yeah, I want him to produce like some scores for some movies, like especially in the horror genre. Really,
Hmm.
hey, get with Blumhouse or something. What's some other horror studios? Get with them. I definitely want to see what Weekend is able to do. It's just crazy to see that this is like now he's going on the stadium tour. This is his last album this weekend. Basically, he's closing this chapter off and saying, "Yo, this is it," and it's making a full
Hmm.
circle. Oh man, this is crazy. I
It
I really
is.
enjoyed this album.
I
Oh
did
man,
too, man.
but that from Baptized in Fire up until Take Me Back to LA.
Hey, hey,
Oh, B,
that's a
I'm on one.
crazy run, B.
I'm on one of those, B. All you have to do for me, take out Sao Paul at that beginning. That would have been
That's
a
what I'm
crazy
saying.
run itself.
No, that would have
He was
been
there.
dope. Take
Hmm.
away that and just ended at you can end it with hurry up and tomorrow and just chop 16 to 21. I'll be good. Even though it's some stuff like drive,
I
it's
want you
stuff
to
in
keep the
there.
abyss in there though. Keep the abyss in
Abyss is
there.
cool. All right, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Keep
I
the
say
abyss in
drive
there.
at Abyss and
Uh-huh,
then
uh-huh,
hurry up tomorrow.
uh-huh.
Perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this album was really good. I'm really
Yeah, it was
proud of what
good.
The Weeknd has done compared to who he was back when he was working with Drake and he was not really known like that. House of
Mhm.
Balloons coming out with all that stuff to where he's at now.
Oh, I
Insane.
say I say when it comes to him successful wise, like it's so crazy. But like I knew I knew nobody was sounding like this man. Bro, I'll never forget when I knew my boy was gonna make it, right?
Hmm.
I was still in high school and Entourage, you remember that show?
Hmm.
I think the final season was
It
coming
was on
on.
HBO,
Was
right?
come Yeah, the final season was coming out and the freaking trailer released and guess who was on it? Hype for this was on there. And I was like, my guy gonna make it. I was so hyped, B. I was like, oh, they got hype for this in the trailer,
Hmm.
bro. The weekend got a placement in the trailer. And like I'm so hyped on a little not little, but a HBO show commercial. They play a hype for this, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, my boy about to take off, bro.
Hmm.
Like the trilogy, I followed it. I remember when I followed it, B. I remember seeing him on freaking YouTube just singing. Look at how he was homeless. Look at how dusty. Like, who is this
Hmm.
dude? Who is this guy? I remember that. What a time.
Yeah,
What
for
a time.
me,
Coked out of his mind, bro.
I,
On them
me,
Toronto
I think
streets.
I was so surprised when I first heard Wicked Games on the radio because I was just like, I'm like, we put like, I'm not saying it in a
Yeah.
bad way. I'm like, do we not know what this guy sings about?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, I'm cool with it because this definitely fits for the radio. But do
Do
we
do do
not
do
know
do
this
do
guy's
do do
subject
do.
matter? And then
Yeah.
the worst part is, well, the funny part is, he still uses that subject matter. He's still
Yeah.
as popular as he is. Like,
Bro,
ow.
House of Balloons, he could never top House of Balloons. Never.
See,
Nothing will ever top
it's hard
House
for
of
me to speak
Balloons.
about that because I have too much of a nostalgic tie to that. That is my favorite, like
You can
weekend
give me
project.
that
But
album and I never heard it before. I'm gonna love that album, B. It's incredible,
especially with the actual title track. Oh, oh, hey,
bro.
hey,
B.
level.
But B,
Fuck
it's
you.
insane. It's insane. B, it's insane.
How do you feel about
Like,
his vocal performance on the album?
I think it was cool. It's just some stuff I feel like he didn't like. It felt like he wasn't trying to be like too like weekendish because when he get in his bag, he get more into Michael Jackson like levels. Like vocally, he sounds like
Mhm,
that. But
mhm,
I think he was okay vocally. I don't think
mhm,
with someone like that run I love, he just had to be in his mostly melodic bag.
mhm.
Like he didn't really have to get in his high pitch, try to get a high note bag on those to me. Only on only on what's it called? I cannot think. What's it called? Giving up
Uh,
on me. Giving up
oh,
on me. He got in that bag in the beginning. And I'm like,
mhm,
ooh, I love this.
mhm,
Oh, I love this. Oh my God. And then he toned it back down. Cause you remember it's like the what's called a party and the after party.
mhm,
All right. You know how on that on House of Balloons, I
mhm,
got it, girl. Bro, like when he get into that bag, when he starts you off like here, and then he second part he toned it down and like mellow out the track. That's what he did with giving up on me. And I was just like, this is what I love from the weekend. This is the weekend I love. And
mhm.
he just did that from that run B, and I was just in love, bro. But nah, I can't gush over this album much. I need to chill. Full glaze. But that run was insane.
Yeah,
That run
but
was insane.
For me, I really enjoyed this album. I definitely got to cherry pick a few songs because listening to
Yeah.
this album, it definitely takes a while. This is a
Hmm.
long album. This is like two albums in one, god dang it, for some people. So
Yeah.
yeah, overall, I got my standouts on here. I think Weekend, he ended it off really strong with his this being his last project with the name Weekend, with the moniker Weekend.
Hmm.
So I'm ready to see where he goes off into after this album right here.
Same. Continue doing you, Weekend. If you're gonna be come back as able or go into scoring, producing for shows, putting out I don't know, instrumental albums or something. I don't know. That'd be dope. Cause I see he be producing and stuff too. So
Yeah, I haven't
who
seen much of
knows?
that. I probably have to look at the credits to see
Now I
what
be
all
looking
he
at the
did.
credits. I'm like, oh, he helped this. It's like producing the Weekend. I'm like, especially on that freaking on Niagara Falls. He's listed as the producer on that joint.
Oh, the soul producer.
It's more on there, but his just says producer on there. Everybody else says mixing producer, but his just say producer. I'm like,
Yeah,
I was
him
like
and
that.
yeah,
I say that
him
we can have more. Him and Mike Dean.
they
Yeah,
might get a little something to tuck. Maybe give us a little EP later on. Be
nah.
good.
I
Let
need
us
the
know what y'all
full
thought.
load.
Whoa. Don't cost the BBC for no reason. Yeah. Let us know what y'all think about the weekends. Hurry up tomorrow. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comment section down below.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.